Edward O'Reilly, lifestyle pharmacist at lifestylepharmacist.com. I want to talk today about your circadian rhythm. And basically, that's the rhythm which regulates your sleep-wake cycle. So if you're finding it difficult to sleep, this actually could be relevant to your situation. So your circadian rhythm is actually entrained by light. So light is what governs it. Believe it or not, it's the light and the dark which actually governs whether you're sleeping or awake. And the reason why this happens is because light comes in the eyes, and it's this communication through the light that actually tells your eyes what's going on in your surrounding, and then that affects your hormone production. In this case, we're talking about cortisol, which is your awake hormone, and melatonin, which is actually your sleep hormone. So, what does this circadian rhythm do basically? Well, it is, or how is it regulated? Well, it's actually regulated by two systems. One is your sleep-wake balance. So if you've been working all day, obviously you're going to be hopefully tired at night so that you get a good night's sleep. But the second way that regulates it is actually regulated by your circadian clock. And that circadian clock in your body is the one that actually causes your body to secrete cortisol or melatonin. Cortisol is the awake hormone. So in the morning, it's high, and throughout the day, it comes down to its lowest level at night. So therefore, high in the morning means awake. At night time, your melatonin levels are high. But in the morning, your melatonin levels are low. So it is this actual opposite effect that in the morning, you're awake, high cortisol. At night, you're hopefully going to sleep, you should have high melatonins. Now, there can be alterations in this, and this is what can cause big problems with people being able to sleep or not. But the problem is that society has created this artificial light which affects our sleep-wake cycles. And this is why computers and lights are such a huge problem at actually lowering the amount of levels of melatonin that you secrete. So what I'd like to point out here is that at night time, what you should be doing is trying not to get the stimulus coming from light into the eyes, because what you want is, you want high melatonin, but if you have a lot of light, it will reduce the ability of your body to secrete that melatonin. Now, in the morning, what we need is plenty of light, and plenty of light secretes that awake hormone called cortisol. So what you need to do is get out in the sun, or maybe just open your blinds quickly to shock your eyes with that bright light. Obviously do it without your glasses or your contact lenses. You don't have to look directly into the sun or whatever, but it's important to do this. And then, of course, one other principle that we have to look at is actually, are you actually exposing yourself to this sort of light at night coming from mobile phones or computers? Remember, the blue light that comes from mobile phones or computers actually stimulates cortisol release. Remember, cortisol is the hormone that you want to be high in the morning, not at night. So therefore, to improve your sleep, what you need to do is reduce the stimulus of blue light on your eyes so that you actually train your brain to allow it to secrete melatonin for you to go to sleep. There is one other way of doing this as well. You can actually wear blue light blocking glasses. You may see people wearing them when they're on computers. They've got the yellow lens on them. What this actually does is block the blue light, which then stops the negative effect that the computers can have on you. Edward O'Reilly, lifestyle pharmacist at lifestylepharmacist.com.